The Georgia Department of Community Affairs and your CHIP team presents Program Income 101. Program income is defined in the definitions section of Home Final Rule at 24 CFR 92.2. Program income is gross monies received by the grantee, which is directly generated from the use of home funds, including home program income and matching contributions. Let us look at some examples of program income. Proceeds from the disposition by sale or long-term lease or real property acquired, rehabilitated, or constructed with home funds or matching contributions. Gross income from the use or rental of real property owned by the grantee that was acquired, rehabbed, or constructed with home funds or matching contributions. Payments of principal and interest on loans made using home funds or matching contributions. Proceeds from the sale of loans made with home funds or matching contributions. Proceeds from the sale of obligations secured by loans made with home funds or matching contributions. Interest earned on program income. Any other interest or return on the investment permitted under Section 92.205(b) of home funds or matching contributions. Program income requirements. Program income shall be maintained in a dedicated bank account, separate from any other funds. The account may be an interest-bearing account. Please note that any and all interest accrued will be considered program income. Grantees are required to submit to the DCA a program income plan for the use of CHIP proceeds. This plan must be approved by DCA staff. Grantees shall submit quarterly program income reports to the DCA reporting the use of program income funds with supporting documentation. Utilizing program income. Grantees using CHIP to develop homes may retain program income from the sale of the properties to fund additional home-eligible activities to assist income-eligible homebuyers and homeowners. These activities may include developing affordable homes for sale to income-eligible homebuyers, providing down payment assistance for eligible homebuyers, assisting homeowners with owner-occupied rehabilitation. Grantees must follow the same home rules when utilizing program income as are required with the original CHIP grant, including but not limited to, income eligibility requirements, affordability period requirements, conducting environmental reviews, testing for lead paint, any other law/statute required by the HUD Home Program, the State of Georgia, and DCA rules and regulations. Note, when grantees combine program income and CHIP funds into a project, program income must be spent down first. Utilizing program income. Please note that submission approvals, i.e. CHIP pre-setup, setup and completion approvals, are not required when spending program income. Grantees are responsible for maintaining records required by the HUD Home Program and making records available to the DCA and HUD for review when necessary. DCA may request the return of program income if the grantee is not in compliance with rules and regulations. DCA staff will provide technical assistance and review documents to ensure grantee compliance. Department of Community Affairs Program Income and CHIP Monitoring. Beginning in 2025, the DCA will require all grantees, even those without actual program income, to submit a quarterly CHIP report. The quarterly CHIP report is due to the DCA before the last day of the quarter beginning on Q1, 2025. Failure to submit the report can result in the grantee being out of compliance and a demand for the return of all program income to the DCA. When submitting your quarterly CHIP report, please ensure you are utilizing the proper DCA forms. Our staff will email and make the updated CHIP forms available on the CHIP webpage for you to use. Grantees must complete the requested forms and submit them, along with supporting documents to the DCA at chipmonitoring@dca.ga.gov. Supporting documents include but are not limited to the following: detailed bank statements. Program income should be maintained in a dedicated bank account, separate from any other funds. Copies of all paid invoices. Copies of any canceled checks, credit card receipts/statements, and/or transfer receipts for payments. Once the DCA monitoring team has reviewed your quarterly CHIP report, you will receive an email notification informing you of successful monitoring or requesting additional documentation. If additional documentation is requested, grantees will have 15 days to produce the requested documents. Failure to produce any additional documentation could result in the DCA requesting a return of all program income. Record retention. CHIP program records should be kept for a minimum of 5 years after the program closeout or 5 years of the termination of all applicable periods of affordability, written agreements, and loan terms, whichever is greater. All program records should be stored in an acceptable record storage facility during the retention period. Records pertaining to any litigation, claim negotiation, or audit, monitoring, inspection, or other action, which may have started before the expiration of the required record retention period, should be retained until completion of the action and resolution of all issues that arise from it, or until the end of the required period, whichever is later. Returning program income to the DCA. For grantees awarded a CHIP grant after 2021, all program income should be used or returned to the Georgia Department of Community Affairs upon the completion of their grant cycle. All unused program income must be returned to the DCA at the end of the grant cycle. For those grantees who received a CHIP grant prior to 2021, all program income should be utilized before January 1, 2027, or the grantee should apply for a new CHIP grant, utilizing any unused program income as leveraged funds, prior to the January 1, 2027 deadline, or return all unused program income to the DCA. As of January 1, 2027, all unused program income from grantees who received their CHIP grant prior to 2021 must be fully utilized or returned to the DCA. Grantees who received their original CHIP grant prior to 2021 may apply for a new CHIP grant, using unused program income as leveraged funds. Those funds must be spent down before any new CHIP grant funds can be utilized. Program Income Review. We have covered a lot in this video. Here is a quick recap. Program income is monies received from the sale of CHIP properties, interest from program income, as well as other sources. Program income is required to be maintained in a separate dedicated bank account. Program income should be utilized to fund additional home-eligible activities for income-eligible persons. Plans for program income use must be submitted to and approved by DCA staff. All grantees must remain in compliance with HUD and DCA rules and regulations concerning the CHIP program and program income. All grantees are required to submit quarterly CHIP reports to the DCA. Grantees who received a CHIP grant after 2021 must return any unused program income at the close of their grant cycle. Grantees who received a CHIP grant prior to 2021 must return any unused program income to the DCA prior to January 1, 2027. The CHIP team at the DCA is here for you if you have any questions. Feel free to contact Tanya Lewis, CHIP Manager, Linda Ballard, Single Family Housing Grants Coordinator, Gloria Howe, Community Housing Grants Coordinator, Tracy Ponder, Community Housing Grants Specialist, or Chris Hurley, Community Housing Outreach Coordinator and CHIP Underwriter. Email the CHIP team with your questions at chip@dca.ga.gov. Please also visit the Georgia Department of Community Affairs website at www.dca.georgia.gov. Thank you for watching this video about CHIP program income. If you have any questions or concerns, please email your CHIP team at chip@dca.ga.gov.